Hello everyone, it's Jamal Thomas. Welcome to the Progressive Soapbox. This video is going to be extraordinarily short because there's not much to say about it. I just kind of want to make one very specific point. There's still some people who believe that Trump is working for their best interests, that this is all this kind of camouflage and behind the circles and behind the shadows and behind the curtain shadow boxing, this kind of chess moving and or four-dimensional chess and all this other nonsense. Sometimes a hammer is just a hammer. Sometimes a Trump is just a Trump. Meaning, what he does as policies is what he's doing as policy. You don't necessarily have to look behind the scenes. There's no behind the scenes. If he's attacking labor rights, he's attacking labor. If he's trying to go after Social Security, he's going after Social Security. And making a point to you that what he's doing is what he's doing. This is not shadow boxing. Take a look at this. This is New York Times. Yes, I named this Trump attacks breasts. United States opposition to breastfeeding resolution stuns world's health official. They were stunned by this because breast milk is better than anything else. Unequivocal. There is no debate on this. Any honest, reasonable doctor that you talk to will tell you this. So why does the United States object to this? The reason is the thing that is grossly immoral, and this kind of point I want to try to nail home. Based on decades of research, the resolution says that mother's milk is the healthiest for children, and countries should strive to limit inaccurate or misleading marketing of breast milk substitutes. Then, the United States delegation, embracing the interests of infant formula manufacturers, upended the deliberations. American officials sought to water down the resolution by removing language that called on governments to protect, promote, and support breastfeeding, and another passage that calls on policymakers to restrict the promotion of food products that many experts say can have deleterious effects on young children. When that failed, they turned to threats, according to diplomats and government officials who took part in the discussions. Ecuador, which had planned to introduce a measure, was the first to find itself in the crosshairs. The Americans were blunt. If Ecuador refused to drop the resolution, Washington would unleash punishing trade measures to withdraw crucial military aid. The Ecuadorian government quickly acquiesced. That's amazing. That's amazing. And you guys are talking about Julian Assange, that the Ecuadorian government is above board, that the United States is not exerting any kind of pressure. They literally threatened that country into bending it what it wanted. And what it wanted was right. What it wanted was absolutely right from a medical science point of view. Based on decades of research. 1 decade equals 10 years. Multiple decades. The resolution says that mother's milk is the healthiest for children, and countries should strive to limit the inaccurate or misleading marketing of breast milk substitutes. That is a flat fact right. That is unimpeachably right up to this point without medical understanding of science. That's right. There should not be any debate on whether or not to add that to the language. And there certainly should not be a debate to add it to the language based on profit. It's not even real. And you're making the determination for companies, breast milk companies? Oh, that's gross. That's gross. And you're attacking Ecuador to get them to drop the referendum or drop the resolution. That's amazing. That's amazing. Now, I don't know what 4D chess that you're using to say that Donald Trump is not, in this case, working against women or working against the population. It's not just the women, it's the population as a whole. Mothers, daughters, all this good stuff, sons. He's working against the population as a whole because everybody at some point is a mother. Everybody at some point potentially gets breastfed. I'm just making this point that this is not 4D chess. Donald Trump's policy, he's a reality show host. He doesn't know what he's doing. His policy has been written and given to him. He's signing and rubber stamping this stuff in the Republicans' dream workshop. Disabuse yourself of any idea that he is working in your interests. If somebody tells you he is lying to you. Unless you are a plutocrat, he is not working in your interests. He is using you. This is not four-dimensional chess. Donald Trump is literally, at this point, attacking breasts at the behest of formula companies. How low can you get? You're attacking children. You're attacking children. Like I said, I'm not going to keep this long. I just want people to disabuse themselves of this idea that Donald Trump is somehow out for their interests. He is not. He is not. Look at this picture. This picture trips me out like nobody's business. It trips me out because I think it's like this kid is like, are you my dad? Or either he's like, I'm looking at you, Trump. I see what you're doing, buddy. I see what you're doing. My wife was like, she says, you want some more of this? You want some of this good milk? You want some of this good tasting milk? Oh, man. This is low. This is really low. To attack Ecuador in this front, this is magnificently low. And for the reasoning. Like, I'm trying to nail home this idea that the reasoning he's doing this, there's no higher motive to this other than to essentially to get the support of for-profit formulas. Even though these formulas are not better for the mother, and it's unequivocal that mother's milk is best. And the formulas only seek to add doubt into that process. Even when, unequivocally, mother's milk is best. He's trying to water this down. And he's doing it at their behest. So, I'm not going to keep this. I'm just saying that's gross. I'm just saying it's remarkably gross. I'll leave it at that. Look, I am not one to essentially go on tangents bashing Trump. This one is particularly gross. Disabuse yourself of this idea that this guy is working in your best interest. If you're using King Kong to attack Godzilla, I understand. But don't fall into this dichotomy of thinking of Democrats are pain in the ass, so this guy is somehow good. He is not. He is not. He's a goddamn goblin. He needs to be understood and acknowledged as such. All right, guys.